These are the tales and ramblings of two men, their dream of running a successful food truck business and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food Truck.
Good morning.
Never fails.
Never, ever, ever. A
Never
little scuffle at my
fails.
feet. I'm fighting over position to sit at my feet, as all loyal subjects should do.
Oh, really? Well, I'm glad you have two of them at least.
Yeah, two. That's it.
Yeah.
Good January 8th of 24, Skippy.
Good January 8th of 2024. It's a great day today.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
know
a lot
what
going on.
yours is. No,
Oh.
not at all.
Oh, okay.
Oh, actually, yeah, I do. I have something kind of big. But
Ooh,
we'll get into that.
a teaser. Stay
Okay.
tuned for Skippy's big thing.
That's never been said before. Anyway, uh, today's just gonna be a great day. That's how I choose to live my life.
Today will
Great
be a
day.
great day. Did you guys had snow over on that side of the state?
We had a dusting.
Dustin?
A
Well,
dusting.
yeah, I think we had maybe an inch yesterday morning when we woke up. It
We're
was all
supposed to
gone
have
by lunch.
supposed to have many this week. From what I
Mini
see.
dustings.
Probably that's exactly how it's probably going to work out. Many
Yeah, when
dustings.
I looked at the 10-day yesterday, today was the only day we didn't have a chance of snow. So
Correct.
it
Yes.
looks like
And
we might actually have winter now.
I have to walk
Um,
dogs for the next probably 15 days in snow and ice and sleet and anyway. So
Skippy, when's your first day of service? Regular
uh,
service.
it's a great question. I'm glad you asked. I can't answer that. I mean, I can answer that, but according to my schedule, my first day of regular service would be March 8th.
Okay.
We have an event booked, the Southeast Michigan Beer Festival. Sorry, and
Nope, you're good.
that's yeah, yep,
I don't want to cause panic, but we are less than 9 weeks away from that date.
yes, I know. I just came across your post
Yep.
on the Facebook.
Yep. And 9 weeks for me tomorrow. So, um, yeah,
Ugh.
it's off season. First half of this off season's flown by.
Well, yeah, considering I haven't had an off season really,
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah,
but
there's that.
uh, screw it. This could work into a somewhat big announcement. Since you might as well bring it up, I'll just go with it.
Oh, okay.
It was the fourth thing that I texted you last night.
Pop ups.
Um, yes, so they have they have risen in popularity where a food truck can utilize a business, a kitchen, a restaurant, a coffee shop, a diner that closes early, and they can team with the owners and see if selling dinner would be profitable. I have a meeting today with a local coffee shop um, where they close at 2 for the winter hours, and they're all about having us come in and sell barbecue. It's in Brooklyn where I typically set up, so I'm hoping that if I choose to do this, that it would build my presence even more, um, and maybe lead to I don't know something more. So that's somewhat big announcement, but not really big announcement. It's only a big announcement in my own head, but we kind of want to do it. So
So you won't be selling out of the trailer. You'll be selling out of their establishment.
their coffee shop, which has a lot of room. Yes, yes,
So are you just setting up like chafing dishes and stuff inside, and then how does this
yes.
work?
I have two electric chafing dishes. They already have a prep table, so I can make my hot side along with two meats and and just bring food with me to them, set up, and go. What could go
Alright.
wrong?
I don't know. Have you talked to the health department yet?
Well, so they serve lunch. So I'd just be, if anything, I'm just they're it's not really a different. I don't think I have to, but anyway, I don't know if that's. I really don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. 'Cause
Are
they're
you serving
lunch.
food out of your licensed unit?
No, I'm serving out of their license unit.
Yes. So you might want to check with them.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Just so they have a heads up. For one, somebody has to make a change somewhere. So in your SOPs, all the food that you serve out of your trailer, you have to say where it's coming from. So let's say worst case scenario, somebody gets sick. They get some food from the coffee shop while you're there. Someone gets sick. All right.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to call, if they call the health department, it's the coffee shop, then that gets screwed here because they don't have any listing of you providing food. And then now you're serving unsanctioned food out of their coffee shop. It's probably not a huge deal, especially with the relationship that you have with your sanitarian, but I would just reach out to them. Say, here's what we want to do. Is there anything else that we need to do to make sure that we're good to go everywhere? Or is it just as simple as you filing out an intent to operate type of thing? Because their kitchen's licensed, I'm sure. So it's probably just an intent to operate. Let them know that you're there serving food. So that way, if someone does call to complain about something, they have you being there on record as well.
Makes sense. Okay. Good.
Yeah, there's stuff that I will skirt around with the health department, changing out equipment and stuff. Like you're supposed to let them know of all that stuff. Like we've changed our prep table twice, and we're supposed to let them know of an equipment change. Not a huge deal in my eyes. That's not, emergent. But yes, doing something like that, where in my mind it could prevent you from getting a renewal or something.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big skirt around, in my opinion. So, like I said, I doubt it's a huge deal, but definitely something worth touching base with them.
We do have another restaurant that does the same thing, like it's a diner. So I want to reach out to the owner there and see what they had to do too, and use that as a step.
Keep in mind, restaurants don't have the same privilege that we do. The health department can do a stop-in inspection on a restaurant.
Well, that's true.
Those aren't scheduled.
No, they just do.
Yep. So things to keep in mind, which is why I would probably reach out to my health department and just kind of cross all the T's.
If any of our listeners have done pop-ups in their off season, we are big in India, so I'm not sure if they have an off season.
We do have some participants in the audience today, which is nice. A few of them.
See him, but you must be the only one who can see him.
Yeah, as a guest, you don't get to see as much. I gotta. Chad says he wouldn't consider it a pop-up, but more of a takeover. So it's kind of almost like a ghost kitchen type of scenario.
Yeah, it's still in our business is still considered a pop-up because it's not a permanent location.
Yeah. So in the years past, when we all started, pop-ups were this roadside stuff, like at least in the eyes of the health department, they would say that was a pop-up, like setting up roadside for a food truck, or an elephant ear truck, like setting up at a grocery store or something as a pop-up for them.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of terminology that's kind of crossing over at the moment.
Yeah, I consider it a pop-up because I'm not doing it. If anything, it's going to be a nighttime thing. It's like 4 to 8, maybe 5 to 8, something like that. Catch the crowd going home. But they have a lot of. It used to be an old bar, and they converted it to a coffee shop. But there's a lot of unused space in this thing. So when I talked to him, I said, "Are you wanting me to set up like in the dining room with just like chafing dishes and stuff?" He's like, "No, you can use the kitchen." I'm like, "Oh, okay, good." So
now you said that they close at 2 for the winter hours.
Correct.
Are they
So
only
we're gonna-
wanting you there for the spring and not the summer?
We haven't really gone past like what happens when I open up the food truck kind of thing.
Okay. So
'Cause
this
they
is like
open-
immediate, like
This is like
start next week.
possibly starting next week.
Okay.
At the end of the day, it may only be like 6 weeks total, depending on how it goes. If it goes
Right.
great, then we might continue it. But right now, I don't have a lot booked for March, so or a lot of weekends booked for March, I should say. But yeah, so
Got it.
we're I'm gonna meet with them today and see what they think, and then
Excuse me.
hopefully go from there.
Sorry, everybody, for the little bit of coughing. Still got a little, my cold is lingering still. So I'll try to mute if I can.
You're fine. Coughing or
Oh.
dogs, one of the two, you pick.
Yeah, I know. It's nonstop noise on the side of the podcast.
So the next thing on our agenda, we actually have an agenda here, folks. By the way, just so you know,
Skippy,
we
you
have an
did a
agenda.
wonderful job. I have been zero productivity all week long. So I've been laid on my couch.
I'm not saying I have either, but anyway, so there's this new form that's out now. Basically, it is you need to register your business with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, or FinCEN, and it really just it's to show the beneficiary of who's beneficiary of your business. It's to prevent against money laundering. It's to prevent against basically foreign governments taking money that might not be laws and all that wonderful stuff. So I have shared in the chat the website to go to, and I'm going to share my screen real quick. So you should be able to see it.
So this is on top of everything else you need to do for your normal licensing. What I heard, so I found, I don't know how I missed it, but I saw it in one of the food truck training groups. And from what they're saying in the comments there, that there is heavy fines for not doing this by the end of this calendar year. So
Is it really? I thought it had to be done within the next like month or two.
no, I thought it was by the end of the year this year.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was sooner, but
No.
at the end of the
Maybe
day,
we can find it on here.
yeah. So you see the mouse. This is where you want to go. You want to get started. It's beneficial ownership information reporting. So you can click get started. I've already gone through this. It's pretty simple. If you want to do it at your own pace, you can click this first link, prepare,
Mhm.
and then you have to upload it and submit it. I did the file online one. Very simple. It takes 5 minutes. Have your driver's license ready.
All right. So a quick Google search on the deadline for this. It is January 1st of 2025. It says by January 1st. So December 31st is your deadline.
So in other words, get it out of the way.
Yes.
So I'll click on it, but you can see. So it's government system, blah, blah, blah. They obviously want you to, agree to not agree. And then all you do is you go through this. So filing information is who you are, I should say the type of filing you're doing. So for everybody, this is going to be an initial report. Next, the reporting company is your company, your information. Company applicant is you. Beneficial owner should be you. It could be a corporation, depending on how you have your business set up. And then it'll go through everything, ask you if it's right, and then you hit submit. It really could not be any simpler. They are making a big deal of this form, but it's very simple for us to do. So that was, if you have any questions, really just go through it. You could talk to I think you could talk to your accountant on how your business is set up prior to, if you don't already know. but it's very, very simple. And of course, you just love to see this Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. Just makes it so official.
Mm-hmm. Good. I'm
Anyway.
glad you went through it already. And that
Yeah.
you said it was like 5 minutes and
Yeah,
done.
5 minutes. I had probably 6 because I had to go get my wallet. I had my driver's license in it. So they do ask you to upload your driver's license, passport, whatever, to show your identity. Not like that can't be, faked, but anyway.
You're not condoning faking any government documents.
No, definitely not. So there's that. Pretty simple.
Good.
Number 2 on our list is, how about those Lions? Let's do a quick little reporting, sports report. Let's go down to the field to Josh Hans.
Well, we've had a lot go on in the last week. We skipped right over the college football playoffs and Michigan dominating Alabama. And once again, everybody else saying, well, if it was Georgia, they wouldn't have beaten Georgia, which has been pretty much Michigan's story their whole season.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Let's back it up. I don't think you can use the word dominate.
Yeah, they did. That game wasn't as close as what the score it was indicative of.
I don't.
5 sacks. 5 sacks.
Okay.
And outside of yeah. For the most part, Michigan manhandled Alabama.
It went to OT.
They did. For sure did. You bet. But Michigan manhandled them for the majority of that game. So anywho.
We'll have to agree to disagree on that one, because
That's fine. Michigan's still playing for national championship.
Didn't Alabama score the first touchdown?
No.
Yeah, actually.
Did they? Well, I don't remember how the scoring went, but yeah.
Wasn't Alabama leading in the fourth quarter and Michigan had to come back?
Yeah.
Okay, so dominate is not the correct word.
Dominated.
Anyway, no, definitely not.
Domination.
Georgia would have destroyed them, but anyway.
And this is what Michigan has heard their whole season. They haven't played anybody yet. Wait till you get to the hard part of your schedule. Oh, wait till you get to Ohio State. Oh, Big Ten's not that hard. Wait till you don't have plays for – you didn't steal signs for Alabama, so they're going to roll you. Blah, 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 blah.
Anyway, they didn't dominate, but I get it. Okay, so
that game's tonight. I'm looking forward to it. I'm wearing the improper shirt. I'm still wearing my PJs.
Yesterday.
Yeah, mostly a meaningless game, which should have been a meaningless game. I did not expect the Eagles to get rolled yesterday, and the Cowboys looking like the Cowgirls of old late in the season for the first half of that game. So, yeah.
Doesn't that give, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't that give the Lions the second seed?
No, third seed. If the Cowboys would have lost yesterday, Lions would have ended up at the 2 seed.
Oh, Lions got number 3. So, yeah, that's right.
Lions are 3, which will play the 6th seed, the LA Rams. Looking forward to the storylines. I've always been a Matt Stafford fan. I thought he got a lot of the blame undeservedly. So,
FYI, it is on a Sunday night.
Yep, Sunday night at 8:00. I should be home from the cheer count by that time. So, it's good news for Lions fans. Me watching games when I'm not at home is a 2-3 record. So,
I didn't watch yesterday at all.
Yeah, it was, another one of those where, they look good for the whole game for the most part. They had it was a pretty low stress game despite the score. So, never felt like they were out of control of that game. So, they have There's some worried parts about LA and their receivers, but Lions should be getting back a couple pieces. They lost the tight end, rookie of the year probably.
Yeah, that's not good.
Sam Laporta will miss probably a game. Had the same injury Travis Kelce had at the that caused him to miss week 1. Bone bruise and a hyperextension. So depending on the extent of that, and
That hurts.
at most
That
he's
hurts.
not going to be 100%.
That hurts.
Yeah, they
He's
are
a
pretty
big-
deep
he's
at
a
tight
big-
end. Yeah, they're pretty
But
deep at
he's
tight
a
end.
big-
Wright's not a bad tight end. I think they have enough weapons there that they can win the game without him. Yeah, I think they'll be all right.
Anyway,
It was nice to see some of the storylines from yesterday about some of these number 3, number 4 receivers getting their performance bonuses for the year on the last game, and one of them for the Lions. So yeah, I can't remember his name. Raymond, I think it was Raymond. Yeah, caught the last 4 passes of the game to get him over 10 yards over his performance bonus of $250,000. So he needed like 36 yards going into the game. With 3 minutes left in the game, he still needed 18. So Jared Goff got him the ball 4 more times to get him 25 yards and his bonus. And
speaking of performance bonuses,
yeah,
let's talk about Joe Flacco.
Man, go Joe, baby. Looking forward to seeing him in the Super Bowl.
So for anybody under a rock, since 1999, the Cleveland Dog Pound Browns have had 33 different quarterbacks.
That's a
I
lot.
saw a guy wearing a Cleveland jersey that had all the quarterbacks' names on the back of it, and Joe Flacco. So when he signed his contract, one of his terms was he would get a $75,000 bonus if he played at least 50% of the snaps. And for anybody who didn't watch yesterday, they sat him and started another quarterback. So now they have 33 different quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Anyway, they converted his bonus, so he still made it, which is good for him. He was, I think, like 6 weeks ago, he was on his couch watching football and
Yeah,
said,
he's
"Hey,
old.
I'll come play." He's not. No, he's not. He's in his mid-30s.
He's football old.
I think he's 38.
Yeah,
tell that to
the
Tom Brady.
40-year quarterbacks are pretty few and far between.
I'm saying, tell that to Tom Brady.
Yeah, and Aaron Rodgers, who just popped his Achilles, and
Yeah, somehow walking around like 6 weeks later without a cast on or anything.
well, it's his new age medicines.
Yeah, sure. You don't want to.
He went into a dark room for a month and came back healed.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Let's get back to. Oh, and so Lions are playing Sunday night. Go Lions.
Yes, go Lions. Lions Browns Super Bowl. Everybody wants it. Make it happen, NFL.
Oof.
It'll be the most watched Super Bowl in history.
Probably could be.
It 100% would be. You'd have so many people invested in that game that aren't a fan of either of those two teams just to see it. The only two teams of the pre-merger or the pre-expansion that haven't been to a Super Bowl, playing in a Super Bowl. Two god-awful, historically god-awful franchises playing for a Super Bowl. Yeah, it would be spectacular. And there would be 2 giant celebrations in 2 cities, regardless of what the outcome was.
Oh, the cities would burn to the ground.
More than they already are. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so number 2 on our list. So you and I both use Square. You and I both utilize Square in different aspects. I have gotten a bank account through them and pretty much do all my banking through them just for ease of use. As far as cash goes, it stays with me. But anyway, we don't need Pam commenting on accounting purposes. However, that's the new thing. Square Banking, they are basically an internet bank, will now allow you to deposit your cash from your daily sales. And this is very interesting on how they do this. Um, so you open up your Square app or wherever Square app on your phone. You go to your balance, and then on your balance, you go to your bank account, and or I apologize, you hit add money, and it says from your debit card, your mobile check deposit, or now paper cash deposit. So it's the third option now. The paper cash deposit and the debit card are instant. So, and I'll show you this. So it adds, so add to your cash balance. Easily deposit cash at Dollar General, 7-Eleven, Walgreens, and other participating locations. You find a deposit location, and it will use GPS to figure out where you are.
Mm-hmm.
They'll create a unique barcode to show the cashier. Deposit at least $1. Your cash is available instantly.
At least $1.
That's what it says.
Crap! I only got 99 cents in cash sales today.
Right. So you hit get started, and it fetches location. So right down the street from me is a Rite Aid.
Mm-hmm.
If I decide to, I have 15 locations within 5 miles of where I'm located currently, where I can deposit cash. Now, I have not done this yet. I kind of want to. I kind of want to bring a 20 down there and just see how it works.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel bad. I not feel bad, but I'm wondering if all the cashiers there know about this, because I'm wondering if they're going to have people coming in with a whole bunch of.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's been plenty of times where I've taken $4,000 to the bank. You know,
that's a bank, not a Rite Aid.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I can't imagine walking into a Rite Aid with $4,000. So I'd like to deposit this into my account, please.
So it does. So I clicked on the Rite Aid, and it says ask cashier to scan the barcode. Now there is a cash deposit limit. So per transaction is $100 to $500. Weekly is $5,000.
Oh, okay.
Monthly is $10,000. So I'm wondering if it's different. So that was that. So let's check a Dollar General and see if it's the same. So Dollar General is the same. And you can go to Family Dollar too. So Family Dollar up the per transaction up to $999. Weekly and monthly still the same. Oh, Walmart. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Walmart's up to 1,000, then 5,000, 10,000. But anyway, I thought this was neat. I can go to a Speedway.
So yeah, Speedway and 7-Eleven are
the same.
Simpatico now. I'm not sure who owns who, but I know there's the Speedway name has stayed, but there's 7-Eleven products.
Yeah, like Slurpees.
Yeah, and one like bottled water and stuff.
Yeah,
it's all very confusing.
Products.
Yeah,
there are a lot of. So I think like they got rid of their chips, and they moved over to 7-Eleven chips, but yeah. Fran, I don't think so, but it's possible.
Are you seeing the chat now?
Fran,
you said you didn't see it before, huh?
I can see the chat. I can't see who's in it.
Oh, I gotcha. I can't see who's in it either. I can see a number.
Oh. So Fran says, I wonder if this is in conjunction with the previous information on financial crimes reporting. It is weird to call my mom Fran. It's possible, but unlikely, mainly because it's more of they want to know, the financial crimes reporting just wants to know who's who. Square had no way to accept cash until now. I don't know if it was a beta testing or something like that, but it's possible. It's definitely possible. So now maybe Pam will get off me about hoarding cash.
Yeah, the limits are pretty light.
Sure.
I mean, I'm probably not doing that much cash in a week, but I don't typically go to the bank daily either, which Pam has also yelled at me for. How do you reconcile which day is which? Sorry, Pam. I'm not going to the bank each day to deposit $200.
Yeah.
I don't have time for that. Yeah.
Pam, we're 75% credit card.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go into a third that I didn't text you about,
Okay.
just because today's all Skippy all the time.
That's the way I like it.
So I went and looked at a building yesterday. Just follow me on this journey before you laugh hysterically. I didn't go in. I just went there again. So I went there again. It's the same one that I've gone to a few times. Still no bites on it. So it's off the beaten path per se. So now it's listed by a realtor. Which I appreciate, because now it's online and now I can see it. So I'm going to pull it up here if you can give me a second. I'll actually pull the building up so y'all can see it. I don't want to search offices. Oh, here we go. This, remember I was telling you about my 5-year plan?
Yeah.
This can definitely go into that 5-year plan because of the size of the building for what the thing is, the monthly rent is. All right, let's share screen. Okay. So here. So here is said building right here.
Ah, nuts.
What?
Oh, I saw a sign that said nuts and
It's Knutson's.
nuts
It's a
and
sporting goods store. Anyway,
they sell
so
balls.
here's the building here. The building is right here. It's basically 1/3 of the overall building. This is a dentist office.
Okay.
The dentist.
So you're taking everything to the left.
Correct. From like here.
Yep.
So it used to be a catering building.
Okay.
I bought a couple of Canberras in there. Yeah, see, Knutson's. Big old lumberjack outside. So right here,
Farm and home.
house is.
Yep.
That's where I set up every couple days in a week.
Okay.
Okay. So here's the inside as it was. It's definitely not like this anymore.
What's it like now?
Empty.
Okay.
Like empty. So this is all what it was a restaurant before. So this is all dining room area that they decided to build shelves to put all their catering equipment. Good bathroom. This is still the more dining room area. This is the kitchen. Does have a hood. But they took when I say they took everything, no sinks, no nothing. So you got this much room for that. So going back to this, so I can knock these walls down, these half walls down,
Mm-hmm.
just make this a big open area. This could be the barbecue retail store I want. The total square footage for the entire unit is 3,000 square feet.
Okay.
And I think I can get it for anywhere from 1,000 to 1,200 a month. Just because he's had no bites on it in 3 years. Obviously, I have to make sure it's, well maintained, but because that doesn't look good up there. But
Just a couple missing tiles. It's no big deal.
yeah, I don't see any water damage, but
Yeah.
It does have a little bit of back porch. Over here where you can't see, there's a whole lot of parking for the trailer. So yeah, I kind of went and looked at it, and I think it's a possibility.
And
If I wanna go there.
the price is right, in my opinion. I mean, depending on the condition. I mean, I tell you, if I could find something that price in this area, yeah, I'd probably be thinking really hard about it.
Well, I am. I'm just trying to figure out how much money I have. But
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It sucks that they took everything out. It'd be nice to at least have a 3-bay sink in there.
yeah, so trying to figure out. So underneath,
Because right now you can't even use it for prep. I mean, that's not a
No, I know.
certified
There's-
kitchen. So, I mean,
yeah. But over here, I could put a double CTO or just a regular CTO or something right underneath the hood, because I wouldn't use the hood for anything else.
right.
But anyway, so yeah, so that's what I did yesterday. Just went and peeked through the windows. There's a little back porch too. But the parking is really, really good. Like a lot of parking. Plus they close, I mean the dentist closes at like 4 or 5 and they're not open on the weekends. But I look at it like it could just be counter service up front. Just do what I do now, nothing special.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So that's what I
Don't
do.
don't sell yourself short. Everything you do is special, Skippy.
Oh.
Huh. Interesting. Well, I be cautious.
Well, and so that's one of the reasons I want to try the pop-up to see if I want to be indoors. I mean, I like the idea of a commercial kitchen just so I can just so I can get everything away from the house. I like the fact that it's in an established area that I'm already established in. It's too established that probably didn't need.
Yeah, they're very established.
Yeah, but I think it might be the logical next step with as much square footage I'd be getting for that price.
We're good. Good, buddy. Good luck. Wherever you decide, I think you need to wait still, but you know me. You're still trying to figure out what to do with 2 trailers, so.
Well, here's the thing: is if I decide to do this, I would probably sell the other one.
Yeah.
I keep the new one, do fairs and festivals with it. Stop doing subdivisions, probably. Just do whatever bigger events I can find. Yeah. Anyway, so that was that. Number 3, we talked about these type of events a few months ago, but this one in Kalamazoo came up on February 17th, and they reached out. It's called the Barbecue. Oh, am I putting you to sleep there, Josh?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, bud. It's called the Barbecue and Beer Fest. It's at is it Stryker Field in Kalamazoo, home of the Kalamazoo Growlers. I believe it's a AA baseball team. And so they're a whole bunch of breweries, whatever, but they're having barbecue people set up. And this is what they call what's called a tasting event. And by a tasting event, it's just smaller portions. So they want you to create small plates for tokens, and each token is worth $2 to you. And they want you to have one thing on the menu that is like one token. You can go up to 2 tokens max. So I'm trying to figure out whether doing something like this would be profitable.
So no brisket, no ribs. You could probably do single bones for a token. But you're definitely not going to do like a slider and a side.
No,
you know,
you can't.
You're talking pork sliders, chicken sliders, and maybe single ribs.
Yeah,
I mean, you can have them buy multiple items, so you could still do some sides, but I probably wouldn't do hot sides. You know,
well, you can. I was thinking that he's very. So they want the portion cup to be 3 ounces, and they'll give you the portion cup. So I was thinking I have 6-ounce cups, like clear cups, that I was thinking about doing loaded mac.
And a 3-ounce cup?
6-ounce cup. That's what I have.
Right, but if they're providing you 3-ounce cups, that's what they want them in.
I'm not overly.
I mean, that's like 2 noodles and a.
Exactly.
I mean, our sauce cups that we hand out are 2 ounces, and those are.
Yeah.
Tough.
I know it's very weird. I just don't know if there's, for me to travel an hour, if there's money to be made.
God. I have not ever done any of the token events, and that's mostly because I've heard horror stories from other people about the hassle it is, and yeah, for me, it's those are usually a pass for me. I've stopped and thought about a couple of them, but ultimately it's a pass because the headache of trying to figure out pricing and tokens and has been too much. I'm too afraid that I'm gonna end up losing my ass on them. You know, we're gonna be super busy, and then at the end of the day, I'm only gonna collect like $600. You know,
yeah, that's the.
So, I don't know. For me, it's those are especially if you're doing small portions and they don't want anything over 2 tokens.
You can do 4, but
4 tokens.
They just they want.
I thought you said 2 tokens for $4.
Well, 2 tokens is $4. Yes.
Right.
So anything over, correct. Sorry. Anything over $2.
So I mean, a $4 item. Yeah, I mean, you're talking pretty basic, pretty small, anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know, it's
you selling a 6-ounce loaded mac and cheese and a 6-ounce cup for $4 is under your normal price point, probably.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure if it was worth me going into another market that I really haven't had a lot of exposure in yet.
I guess the question is that a market you want to have exposure in?
I mean, any market I kind of want exposure in, right?
Not if you're going to I'm not going to do roadside anymore and just do a brick and mortar.
No, that will never happen.
Well, that's pretty much what you just said, is that you would only seek out larger events, so festivals, which is an end to your roadside, and just run out of the walk-up.
My apologies.
So here's what I
definition
say.
of roadside was different, so I apologize. I will never ditch the food truck. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, but there's a difference in going out and seeking locations in towns versus doing a Labor Day festival.
True.
So Those two types of setups are vastly different. So what we do with the daily setups is much different than what concession trailers historically have done, where they're only working 2 days, 3 days a week. They only work Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Speaking of daily setups,
Yeah.
So I went back when I was talking when we were talking about the second trailer, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went back through my dates that I set up at my location, right?
Mm-hmm.
So through March, April, and May, I was there. Hold on, 4, 8, 12. 4, 12. Yeah, all right, 13 times. Right? No. Oh, that's March. Hold on, I don't even know where I'm going. June. Sorry, they're 17 times. And from basically April to June, I didn't make less than or gross less than 1,000 in sales. Most of the time it was like 11, 1,200. I did one in July, didn't go back in August, went back in September. So from the 3 times in September and the 3 times in October, I didn't do over $900 in sales. So that shows to me that, excuse my language, folks, I fucked up because I was building a following, and it's like the following didn't come back, or not about didn't come back, but either didn't recognize me, or people moved on, or whatever the case may be. But it was quite eye-opening when I went through all this just to see, like, because I was doing all my totals from where I set up, and it was eye-opening. That's why I'm thinking I want the third or the second trailer just to park there.
Yeah.
But it was very, very eye-opening.
Yeah, we've had that at a couple locations where like our Dutton Marathon site, where as long as we're there consistently the same day, same time, it's good. But if we deviate, or if we take a couple weeks off and then hit like a Thursday instead of a Tuesday, it'll be dead. Chris and I talked about it kind of at length last fall, because that location became a little bit more fluid. We had other stuff pop up on Tuesdays and stuff that we weren't there. But I was like, I said, I think this crowd is more the drive by. If they see us, they'll stop, versus these aren't social media followers that are stopping to see us.
Yeah.
So when they got used to seeing us every Tuesday, when they drove by, they made it a case, it triggered on Tuesdays for them to drive by or to come get food. And then when they didn't see us for a couple of weeks, they either figured we moved on, so we only saw our super, super regulars, like our social media people, when we switched to a Thursday. So I think those are things you need to be aware of and conscious of. And I tell you what, this year we're going to be hard pressed to take a Tuesday off of that location.
Yeah,
or whatever day we decide.
If you're going to set up at a place and you want it to be, and it's not even about being a semi-permanent location, but it's like you want to build a presence. It's going to take a month. In March, I was there 4 times, didn't do over $800 in sales, but as soon as I got to April, I was well over 1,000 each day, and the amount of tickets and amount of number of sales, amount of tickets that I've did always grew. So I would definitely recommend to people that are looking out, if they say they're gonna be somewhere regularly, be there regularly. I lost out, I believe, on what I would believe is, I'm not gonna say a lot of money, but a good portion of sales because I wasn't there regularly.
Yeah, we definitely the same for us. Pam hit me up on my Facebook Messenger saying that she's listening on YouTube and commented, and Want to know if we could
We
see
love
them.
you, Pam.
Yes, we love you, Pam. Yes, I do see the comments on YouTube. As long as I have that tab open, I don't get a notification ding on those. So, like I said, I need additional screens apparently to keep everything up. But I do have that now on a separate screen. We hear you. She is. She says, "Happy New Year's from Cloudy, Florida." They are hopped in their motorhome, I think, last week and headed south. So,
Like even more south than Cloudy, Florida.
well, no, they from here they headed south.
Oh. Well, they would have. She would have already headed south if she said happy. New
Well,
Year
yes,
from
I know,
Cloudy,
but
Florida.
never mind. I said a week ago. They headed south a week
Oh,
ago.
you mumbled. I didn't hear you. You need a new microphone.
I need a new throat.
Yeah. So that's where that goes.
What were we talking about?
Make sure that if you're going to tell people that you're
Oh,
going to be there regularly.
Yeah.
I was in the test kitchen yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I saw your chicken and waffle nachos.
So
nachos part confused me, but
well, so follow me on this.
all right.
So Chad, one of our listeners who's in our chat and listens all the time, brought up a great idea. Just thinking about chicken, like doing little mini waffles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay. So I went and got like a little 8 mini waffle maker. It was like $30 on Amazon, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So the nacho part is the mini waffles. Those look like bite size. Those look like, round chips or whatever. Right? I mean, right? Come on.
There was nothing about that dish that made me think nachos. That's all I'm saying.
Well, okay.
That's all I'm saying. It's
so bite-sized chicken and waffles. I mean, realistically.
Yeah, there wasn't anything there for a size. I'm missing words, but you couldn't see the size of the waffles for it. So I mean, it just looked like it could have been I don't know. Anyways, I didn't like the way you had it plated. I think there's merit there. I don't like the nacho section of that. That looks better than what you posted the first 2 pictures I saw.
That is the second picture.
No, you had posted 2 pictures.
Correct. I edited the second picture.
I didn't see.
The second picture out.
I didn't see it after you edited it, but this looks
my wife
better.
Decided to put the nachos or the mini waffles like this, like stacked back to back.
I like that better. I would also do the chicken on top of the coleslaw because it almost just looks like waffles with whipped cream on top. But it's hard to see the meat. It's hard to see the meat.
Okay. Well, instead of dicing the chicken, I just sliced it. Did like 5 slices of thigh.
And now, so now the waffles look much smaller in this format. You can tell that they are silver dollar sized items. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't like this at all.
It's juicy looking chicken though.
I'm not denying that. I think the
saying.
presentation is not great. Mm-hmm.
So, what would you? Are you a chicken and waffle fan?
I love chicken and waffles.
So I went spicy with this one, and I put a mango habanero glaze on it, like right there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was hot. It was. I couldn't finish it. It was hot.
I think it needs to be more along the lines of that. Pam says it was not a nacho dish, strictly chicken and waffles. Laugh, laugh, laugh. Um, um,
What size boat do you think this is?
number 5.
I don't know what that means.
Well, then why'd you ask me what size it was?
Because there's 2 pound, 3 pound, quarter pound, 1 pound.
Yeah, it's a 5 pound. A number
No.
5 pound.
That's a 2 pound.
Okay. So yeah, so there's nothing relationally to tell what size that is. So like when I've done a couple of our bigger sandwiches, I've put a Coke can next to it. So you get a feel for how big that sandwich is. There's
Okay.
there's no way you can tell how big or small anything is in that picture. You know, a boat's not a boat type of thing. You know, so if you zoomed out and had something next to it, but you want the detail of that picture. You know, I don't know.
Okay.
I
can
think
tell you I can tell you that when I just did it with the spicy syrup that I made instead of the mango habanero, it was fantastic.
I think you just want a very small amount of heat. I don't think you want a hot dish. I think you want like a good barbecue sauce. You want that in the back. You know, it's there. You can taste it, but you don't want that to overwhelm anything. So definitely sweet, just with a little touch in the back. I think a chicken and waffles would be a very good open faced sandwich. And that's where, so I got the same waffle maker you did, probably. I got one off Amazon that made the same thing. But the waffles were too small for my liking. I wanted them a little bit bigger.
Well,
so
Chad bought one that bought the commercial one that has like, that makes like 40 of them.
Yeah.
For anybody who doesn't know Chad, he doesn't go small. Go big or go home is Chad's motto. But I think I don't know. I thought it was tasty. I don't know what I'd sell it for, but I thought only reason I put coleslaw on top was I was trying to make it like a version of like the Nashville hot kind of thing.
Yeah, I think doing it as I think you need a full a slider size with a full thigh on it, and do like a maple barbecue sauce where you get the maple in it and the sweet in it, but still just a little bit touch of the barbecue in it, and those seasonings.
Yeah, but okay. So I get that. So we know that the majority of our people, when they grab food, they get in their car and either start driving or they wait and eat real quick and then go.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we're set up at a festival where they're walking around. You give them one waffle, they're going to still have to cut it up.
Yep.
At least with this, it's bite sized. It's one fork and you're good. Right? Like, wouldn't that be better than one waffle? Accomplishes the same thing.
Yeah, but if you make the waffle the bun, then it's a sandwich.
But you just said open faced.
I know, but you could go either way. I do like it open faced because that's more traditional chicken and waffles.
Correct.
What we were trying to accomplish last year for us was like a slider size sandwich. And they have the Belgian waffle, those small Belgian waffles.
Yeah.
And they worked great. The size was perfect for us. But I mean, we'd be spending $1.10 per sandwich just on the 2 waffles.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And that just isn't feasible. So
this batter, the batter wasn't sweet. It was more savory.
Mm-hmm.
It was basically like waffle batter, and I added some barbecue rub to it. I kind of would like to put some cheese in there, but I didn't really get that too far yet. But I think these would hold. I don't think it doesn't have to be crispy, but I think you can make a half pan full and hold them and put 10 to 12, probably 10 to 12 in maybe a 3 pound boat. Yeah. All right. Gives me an idea. Still playing with it. Tasted great. It tasted great.
I've done lots of test kitchen stuff that tastes great, but then it's like, well, how do we get it to where first it looks like something that somebody would want to take a picture of, because that's always in my mind
Yeah.
that we try to make things pretty so that people want to take pictures of it and share it. And then,
I mean,
is it
commented
financially
that
feasible to do?
somebody commented that they love waffles and coleslaw.
Yeah, that's a new one for me. We have an increasing number of people that are asking for our beans on top of their loaded mac.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the order a side of beans said, it's just put it right on top for me. I'm like, all right,
Because that's the freaking barbecue Sunday thing.
I guess.
Would you try those again?
I've never tried them.
Oh,
I've never done
would you
them.
try them?
No. Nope.
I got a lot of requests for when I had beans. So I had a catering event before, like a little market I did, and I made an extra pan of beans to try it out, and people were putting beans on top of cornbread. They loved beans and cornbread with like pulled pork on top. It was like $8. It was great.
We did a dirty cornbread special for a day, and it was two pieces. I did a piece of cornbread on the bottom, and then beans, and then pork or brisket, and then crumbled up a second piece of cornbread on top.
Josh,
Excuse me,
dying,
sorry.
by the way. Sorry.
Yeah, and it was. I mean, it's awesome. It's delicious, but hit and miss. I think we only ran it 2 days, which
Did you
is
sell a
enough
lot of
to.
beans?
Yeah, we'll usually sell all our beans. Usually,
And how much are you
so a
making?
10-pound can.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm with you, Bubba. He says beans over mac and cheese is gross. Yeah, it's not something for me. We do have an increasing number of people asking for pickles on their loaded mac and cheese too, and that I tried, and that wasn't bad. Not something I'd crave, but not bad.
Yeah.
Pam's favorite thing is beans and cornbread is barbecue dessert, and that's how she usually pushes the cornbread when anybody orders beans. So,
Yeah.
excuse me, everybody. Sorry. All right. Yeah, I am. I'm making some banana pudding this week. I think. I found a couple different
That was my
recipes.
next thing to make.
Yep. Found a couple different recipes that I'm gonna try. Yeah.
I found a TikTok video for apple dumplings.
Yeah.
So it was put cinnamon and sugar on an apple slice, peel the apple first, put cinnamon and sugar on it, and then wrap it in a crescent roll dough.
Mm-hmm.
Pinch the edges.
Mm-hmm.
Make like a not really a caramel sauce. They put 2 sticks of butter and regular sugar. Simple syrup, not even it's not even a simple syrup.
No.
Anyway, so they put that over it and then topped it off with Mountain Dew. Put it in the oven.
You had me until Mountain Dew.
So these are TikTok people that try videos they see online and then try it for themselves.
Yeah.
And they said it was absolutely fantastic. I'm like, well, I mean, you had 2 sticks of butter and sugar to something.
Yeah, we did. I mean, we did those. I forgot we even did those late in the year. That we tried a couple versions of those, like apple turnover type things, and I thought they were really good. Once we figured it out, I don't think I wrote down anything on any of those versions naturally. So
I put canned cinnamon apples on top of a pulled pork sandwich.
Yeah,
that's actually really good.
Be good in a wrap.
We did wraps are. I think wraps are going to be on the menu this year.
Yeah, glad we talked you into it.
Well,
as a whole,
just liked them.
Yeah, it's.
I got my new sales tax license in the mail.
I should probably check mine. Have to go over to my business mailbox at UPS store.
Oh, speaking of business.
Okay.
I'm just trying to keep talking so you don't have to.
Appreciate it.
No problem. I signed up for Cisco.
Food or servers?
Food.
Oh, okay.
So my goal on my property was to build a outbuilding, have its own electrical meter, and make it my house. When I bought it, had a half address to it because technically there is an apartment downstairs. So I was going to move the half address to the building. And so I was talking with Cisco. We will not deliver to a residential address, no matter who you are. Like, okay. So I'm going to get deliveries on Monday. I'm going to try it out. I'm going to get deliveries on Monday at my friend's restaurant and just be there to pick it up. So it should make shopping a lot easier for me. But that was another reason to possibly have a building, is to have deliveries.
Right. How are you storing then? Just on
That's
the
it.
trailer? Like everything's stored on the trailer then?
Yeah.
Cold stuff?
Yeah, much as possible. I may have found a game changer with noodles.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I hate boiling noodles.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
Should I be looking at this YouTube thing to see what comments are coming through?
No, there's no other comments coming through. I'm trying to figure out. There we go. Something got mucked up. So I'm watching. It has a little screen that has us on it. You know, it's
Yeah.
the broadcast. But it was like 20 minutes behind.
Oh.
But everybody was commenting live time on YouTube. So Bubba's watching on YouTube and so is Pam. So their comments were coming in with the conversation we were having.
Yeah.
So I was trying to figure that out. That's why I was watching over. I was laughing at your game changer for noodles. So you're going fresh pasta.
A frozen,
Oh god.
pre-cooked pasta.
Okay.
Cavatappi.
Okay.
I'll try it. Shits and giggles. Test kitchen first.
Okay.
Could be a game changer.
It won't be.
Because all you'd have to do is make your sauce. Oh, you don't put it back in the smoker though, so it wouldn't work for you.
Why not?
Well, probably would. You still boil noodles, but you wouldn't boil them from raw. You would just boil them to get them heated back up. And then,
I wouldn't even need to heat them back up. Cheese sauce is hot when I put them on the noodles. So as long as they were thawed.
yeah.
By the time we add cheese sauce to our noodles, they're pretty much cooled down to room temp, more or less.
So it's 6 3-pound bags.
Well, that's the part that throws me off.
Because you don't know how many noodles you put per pan.
We do 10 pounds.
Oh.
So it throws my cheese sauce ratio off. So we'd be at 9 pounds of noodles.
Yeah.
To the same amount of cheese
It's
sauce.
cheesy.
Yeah. But then we're also, yeah. How much are those bags of noodles? Which I imagine are more expensive than.
No,
Right.
actually, compared to what Gordon's is charging for cavatappi nowadays, shit, $42 a case for 6, 3, 18 pounds.
You're at 42 for 18 pounds.
Yeah.
And what's a 20-pound box of?
Is it 20?
Yeah.
It's 8 bags times 2 pounds. 2 pounds per bag is
2.5 pounds. They're 2.5-pound bags.
Is it 2.5 pounds?
Yes, because I put 10 pounds in and it's 4 bags. Trust me, I know the noodle sizes there. Yeah, as long as you're getting the Primo Gusto, I'm hopping on right now. Excuse me, sorry everybody. Let's see here. Cavatappi. All right, let's see here. Primo Gusto for one case is $38. 12 cents an ounce.
Okay, so $4
So-
difference.
And less noodles. So you're getting 2 pounds less.
Yeah,
for
but
more
I
money.
make it. You make it. Yeah, we make it differently. But
Well,
yes, it's
that
less
doesn't
than-
change the cost per noodle.
I know, but I would prefer it this way because it's 3 pounds, and that's how much goes in a full pan of mac, which is what I normally make.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if it makes sense for you, that's all that matters. I was just curious about the price, so I wouldn't spend the extra $5 to make mac and cheese or whatever it is.
I mean, the good thing about it is your Cisco rep can take prices down to match other people's.
Well, good.
So
I'm glad.
you can get Wagyu brisket through Cisco. Not like I would ever do that.
So have you priced that out?
Yes, actually, I have. I was went through a lot of stuff. I mean, some of their prices are good. Their paper products are a lot better or a lot cheaper than Gordon's. Like their disposables, things like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, anyway, whatever.
Well, good for you. I'm curious to see how those work out. Like I said, I think I said a couple weeks ago that we're gonna try to go back to probably shredding our own cheese instead of using pre-shredded. At least try that out. It's a definitely better quality. You have less crap on it. So
Supposedly, if you rinse your cheese, it melts better. Just saying. Because pre-shredded cheese has like
it's
a
coated,
film on
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you rinse them,
So I gotta rinse and then air dry all my cheese.
no, you don't have to air dry. Just shake it. Just shake it.
Shake each little shred, and then throw it in the pot.
Fuck you.
Yeah, that sounds much less labor intensive. I'll go that route then. I'll hand clean
You're the
each
one.
shred.
You're the one with employees, not me.
Yeah.
You can make your employees. That's hazing. I need you to wash and drain the cheese, please.
Yeah. I'm sorry, what? Can you grab the sesame seeds out of the back? We are out of the sesame seed buns.
Jesus.
That's an old McDonald's thing. Thrown out a quarter pounder bun, send somebody back for sesame seeds. Yeah, I mean, just in general knowledge, the more you process something, the closer it is ready to eat, the more stuff they add to it to get it to that point to be able to be held and reheated. So I'm curious to see how that works for you. So
Blah blah blah.
I'm be very curious to see what amount of doneness that pasta is. So is it pre-cooked? Is it still al dente when you thaw it out, or is it?
One of our guests has been using it for years, or a year and a half with good luck.
Oh, good. I'm glad Nick's been having success with it.
Not Nick.
Yeah.
How quickly you forget our guests.
What do you mean? What did Bubba say he was using it? I can't remember every conversation. Why didn't he say who has been using it? They mentioned it on the air.
First.
Huh?
Because I want to use it first. Make sure it works for me.
Oh. Whatever. Yeah, I just you just might have to tweak some things. That's all I'm saying. Just be ready. You might not have to have it on the smoker as long. But
you put yours back on the smoker?
I do not, but you do.
Oh, yes, I do. Yes.
So you might not need it on there if the pasta is cooked more thoroughly. So for us, ours is very al dente when I pull it off the water, because it will continue to cook throughout the day while it's in the cheese sauce in the warmer. So if we go all the way to, I mean, it's cooked through all the way to where it's soft and not chewy at all. it'll be mush by the time we get to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And there'll be zero separation of noodles in the. That's all I'm saying. So just be prepared for having to maybe finagle some other timing. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just trying to help you out, but I'm not. That's all.
No,
Don't be getting defensive. I'm just looking out for you. I love you, and I want you to have all the success in the world.
oh boy.
And I hope that you reach your goal this
Damn,
year.
it's getting deep in here.
I hope you reach your goal this year.
Yeah, I haven't set a goal this year yet.
Yes, you told me your goal. You told me your goal. You said it on the air, I think.
Well, but the goals, but that can change.
How much money do you owe me, by the way?
Oh, you?
Yeah.
What are you
You
talking
have to
about?
go. We made a bet,
For what?
a Detroit Lions bet, I believe, on them winning the division.
No, I don't even know if it was winning the division. You said you were going to go 13-3.
Oh, see, now I got to go back and listen to podcasting and figure out what the bet was.
Well, good. Put you through some torture. Put you through some torture.
And
Anyway.
I will stand by. They went 13-4. So I'm counting that Cowboys win as a game as a win.
You would.
If you did not watch the Lions game, it was pretty freaking hilarious. Number 70 went in to go report. The refs had a good time with it. It was a very dramatic. I am reporting. The refs being very dramatic and hearing them, and a standing ovation throughout the crowd. It was pretty cool. It will now forever be a thing, I think, in Ford Field anytime someone reports. At least for a while. Yeah, it was funny. So yeah, what's your goal? So your previous goal was that you said on the air was to beat me in sales.
Yeah, and all right. So more things have come to my mind, right? Come to my mind.
Mhm.
So one of the reasons I went through the sales from Brooklyn was to figure out if double the work is worth it. So I believe if for me it'd be double the work. So I would have an employee that would take care of running the food trailer for that time, for those days. And if I did the math on how many days that trailer would be there, so 3 days a week, March through October, it was like 85,000 in sales. If I did the average of what I did here, which is like $800 a day, which doesn't seem like much, but whatever.
Yeah.
So minus payroll is like 70,000, and then minus product is, I think it was like 48 ish. So it's 48,000 worth double the work. So I would have to leave my house early in the morning, open up the trailer, drop food off, turn everything on. Obviously the worker can be there by 10:30 or 10 and get the cash register working and stuff like that. So then I leave to go stock my other trailer. If I do a night event or whatever, I'm not getting home until 9 o'clock at night. Then I have to go. Do I have to go back out to pick up cash and stuff like that, or do I trust that person to make a night deposit drop somewhere that I don't already have a bank account with?
But why can't you have that person drop off wherever you're set up or at your house?
Because Brooklyn's on the edge of Jackson County.
Okay.
So wherever I would be, so to my house to there is 25-30 minutes.
Okay.
The one person that I'm thinking about having this run lives the opposite way.
Okay.
So she would have to come 20 minutes to my house, 20 minutes back, and then probably 30 minutes to where she goes to college. I don't know if that's fair to her.
Yeah.
That would be another reason for the building is she can at least do a night drop there. But that's my conundrum is what do I do with the cash? Not necessarily not. I mean, it's a couple $100 probably because we don't do a lot of cash. But
Maybe don't do cash at that location.
I hate that.
As you said,
but
it's not a lot of cash. So
It's
I mean,
not. It might be a few $100 a day, but or do I bolt a drop safe to the floor somewhere?
I mean, that's what I would do if I was that concerned about it and it was that big of a hassle. Just don't do cash. Make that location card only, or set up your Square to do Cash App or Venmo or whatever it is that they accept, so that people have that option.
Yeah.
I think the transaction fees are still the same as a credit card.
Cash App is like almost 4%.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't looked close at it.
But as far as
Bubba says you trust somebody to handle your barbecue, but not your cash.
it's not about no. I knew that'd be a comment I'd get. No, it's more what do I do with it? It's not about okay, does she take it home with her and bring it back the next day? Bubba. Does she leave it in the trailer and I go pick it up? I'm not saying I'm parking in the hood, but anything can happen, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I have no electricity once I shut the generator off, so I can't install a camera system.
I mean, you can. I mean, there's plenty of battery. Wise makes a battery camera that would be okay for overnight, and it recharges during the day when you have power back on. And they're relatively cheap cameras, $50 probably.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll check that out.
I know Nest has so Wise, and I mean even Nest now. Their outdoor cameras are wireless, so they run off battery, essentially.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. So you can mount them anywhere without having to wire throughout your house, type of thing. So yeah, there's options out there for cameras for overnight stuff. How often are you going to see this person?
Be every day.
So you're going to see them every day. So why can't they
Right.
just take the cash with them at night and then bring it back to you the next morning if they're going to see them every morning?
Let's say we have a good day.
Mhm.
And let's say the majority of that's like them taking $1,000 home. Is that
Okay.
fair to them to put, as far as their safety involved? Is there safety issues or anything like that I need to be worried about?
I would say it's what are they comfortable with?
Yeah, I know. That's
So in the Chad kind of had the same there. Are they willing to hold the next day? Yeah, it's they're not at any more risk walking out of the trailer at the end of the day with it than they are
Yeah.
staying there all day with it.
true. I mean, I know.
So
I don't know. I guess I don't know if I'm comfortable
Mhm.
with it, and not a trust issue, more of a because it wouldn't be a trust issue because I can easily see, hey, we did $500 in cash, but you only gave me $450. That's easily explainable, but it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just how I feel with them. It's more about their safety than trust issues. But yeah, I mean that's
you're going to have that problem with anybody.
It is up to them.
Yeah, you're going to
Can
have
always
that.
have them go. Can always have them go down to Rite Aid and cash.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Or you don't have a business bank account set up anywhere else, right?
No,
Yeah.
I can.
That
There's
would
a
be your
Huntington
other
Bank.
option.
There's a Huntington Bank right next door.
Yeah, I mean, I have a Huntington business account, and yeah, it's easy to add on a second depositor, and just like, I mean, I always ran deposits from McDonald's, and that was a whole lot more money than a couple $100, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely
And
days
we're talking small amounts here. We're not talking
Yeah.
huge amounts.
yeah.
I do remember back in the day when we thought that $500 was a huge amount of money.
Yeah. Huntington will even give you, I mean, they'll give you a deposit bag. You can even get locking deposit bags from them. I think you have to hit a certain amount for the locking or have an average. But just a regular zipper Huntington bag. Yeah. It's, and then you can do night deposit because you can drop it off on the way home, you know, put a deposit slip in the bag and drops it in the night deposit box and she's off and ready. So, and that bank account doesn't have to be anywhere where you keep money. You know, you can always then transfer it to Square.
Yeah, I know.
Probably a whole lot easier than actually going to a Rite Aid to do it, you know, because then you can just do a bank transfer
for sure.
if you wanted to. Or if you needed to transfer money from Square to a business account, that way everything's still business-y if you needed to do it that way too. So everything's figure outable, Skippy.
Yes.
I
like that.
Yeah, you
word.
just got
I use that word a lot. Figure out.
Yeah.
We're gonna
daily for me during the summer. But
If
yeah,
I did get a building, I'd probably sell the second trailer though. Yeah.
it's probably a good idea.
Well, with that building being empty, I'd have to, put stuff in it.
Pam says you can also get disposable deposit bags, so you don't have to chase down the zipper bags.
Correct.
Chad said
I
make
like
Susie
Chad.
do it.
Yeah. Chad, why don't you call and make Susie do it?
Yeah, we on
I wouldn't
our
say
end,
she
it's,
knows where, I wouldn't say she knows where her bread is buttered, but I think I know where my bread is buttered.
on our end, our schedule is filling up quickly. I think we have spots for all our weekends. Right now, we got into hopefully a brewery in Allendale for Sundays that has food trucks 7 days a week out there. They do zero food, so they do a rotating. We finally got into the rotation, I think, for Sundays. So that should be good for us. And then, yeah, now we just got to fill in the gaps with all our regular lunches and stuff. None of our hospitals and stuff are even added onto our calendar yet. So, I think this is going to be the fullest calendar we've had. I hate that we have to wait another 3 weeks though to find out on festivals and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's freaking driving me crazy. Mostly because I have a lot of those that, like, I'll get an email from whatever city, here's our events for the year, and I fill it out and then I got to pencil it in on our calendar.
Yeah, I know. I had to do that
It's
too.
It's like I'm skipping things for other cities.
Or how about
like
the
shit.
fact that Saturday I signed up for an event that I already have another event booked to, and I already paid the $150 for it.
Well, it's like none of this stuff we find out for us until February. So it's like, do I intentionally double apply for some events in case we don't get one? Maybe we'll get the other one if we don't get one, but I know it'll happen. We'll get both of them, and then we have to cancel one. So, in my experience, canceling one is usually the wrong one. So, at least last year.
Well, then cancel the one that you don't think you should. You think you should cancel.
That's right.
I don't know. I can't.
Yeah. If your instinct is right, then the opposite must, or if your instinct is wrong, then the opposite must be right.
Correct.
So yes, they seem to do opposite, George.
I thank everybody for their comments, their snide comments, and all comments in between.
Yeah, good listener crowd today. We appreciate everybody listening and commenting. Appreciate you.
If you like the podcast, please share it with your friends. It only takes a second. Go onto Facebook, invite your friends to listen to it, whether they like food trucks or not. I don't care.
Yeah, wherever you guys listen to your podcast, you can share the direct link to whatever format that is. is the best way to do that. We appreciate the Facebook followers on our page, but yeah, share the stream. That'd be great. We fell out of the top 200 again on all countries, so
Damn.
time for a early January surge in listenership. I blame
Yeah,
my
that-
cold.
That last podcast was very rambly. We do apologize. Hopefully today was more structured for you.
Yeah, we'll try to get more with it. Keep the questions coming, guys. Unfortunately, we get to January, February, and yeah, it'll get better as we start getting closer to the season with better as we're busier getting ready for the season. So thanks again all for listening. We should be back next week, Monday at some undisclosed time. Once Skippy and I figure that time out, we'll let you know. Have a good week, everybody. Go Blue tonight, and go Lions on Sunday night. All right, guys. Peace out, everybody. Bye.